Oh, it's so good. Anyway, morning guys. So I know I've shared a ton of the different daily healthy habits that help me lose 45 pounds. But one thing I realized that I haven't talked a lot about lately is even with that weight loss, I have struggled with cellulite a lot through the years. First, let me just say, having cellulite is 100% normal, and it's not necessarily a measure of your health or fitness. You can be thin and have cellulite, and you can be overweight and have cellulite. There are a ton of different reasons why you might be dealing with it, and I'll get into them. But one thing I've noticed personally, having hypothyroidism can definitely increase your rate of having cellulite. And anytime I've noticed having a bunch more cellulite, I've gone and got my thyroid checked and my levels have been way off. If you've been watching my videos for any length of time, you know I am all about loving our bodies at every stage, at every shape and size, but that doesn't mean we can't want to change things too. It just means we need to focus on feeling good while we do it. Basically, I just need you to know it's okay not to love your cellulite. And even though it's totally normal, I think most women can relate to feeling a little insecure about it. And there are definitely things that will not help, but these 3 habits are really just gonna help make your skin look smoother, less dimply, especially on your tummy and thighs, and just overall help you feel better and more confident in your skin. And honestly, they're so easy, guys. Like, these literally could not be easier. No matter how much cellulite you have or wanna get rid of, if you start adding these into your routine today, you will start to see changes happen by the 4th of July. Like, within weeks, you will notice a difference. So if you have areas of cellulite that you feel a little insecure about, you are not loving, I made this video for you. So hit the thumbs up. That just means give it a little click. And if you're new to my channel, I'm so happy you're here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because I have new videos every week sharing my health and fitness journey to help you with yours. Plus, I do weekly giveaways for my subscribers. And I know I share this in the community channel every week, but I just wanna give a shout out to some of our recent winners, Chrissy, Kaylin, and Mirna. Congratulations again, girls. Hopefully you are loving your prizes. So this week, I'm actually gonna give away 2 of the things I'm gonna show you in this video. And if you deal with cellulite, you're gonna want them. So make sure you drop a comment down below. Okay, really fast before we get into it, I wanna play a little game. I know there's a lot of misinformation out there about weight loss and health, everything. So that we play fact or myth. All you need to do is just drop a comment down below with a question, no judgment. Like, I know there's a lot out there, so there's no judgment here, you guys. Drop something like you're legitimately not sure, like if it's real, true, or not, and I'll comment back to you with fact or myth, and maybe I'll turn this into a little video series for us. All right, so I know most of us know like what cellulite is as far as how it looks on our body. People call it like cottage cheese thighs or belly or whatever. It's those like dimples and just uneven looking skin that can be honestly a little embarrassing and make you self-conscious depending on what it looks like, where it is, and how bad it might be. But I think it's important to understand like just what cellulite actually is. So on a very basic level, underneath our skin, we have these collagen fibers and connective tissues, plus obviously our fat and everything. So fat will start to accumulate and push to the surface, and those fibers get pulled, and so it really creates this like unevenness between the connective tissue, the fat, and the fibers, and that's where you get the bumpy skin. Like I mentioned earlier, you will see people of all shapes and sizes with cellulite at varying degrees because there's a few different things that impact it. One, genetics play a huge role. So if your mom, if your grandma, if like everyone you know in your family has had a lot of cellulite, you may have cellulite because the way your body stores the fat, your collagen, like all of these different things can impact it. So that's gonna be like level 1. The second thing that I think we discount all the time is hormones. That's why as someone with hypothyroidism, I tend to get more cellulite if my thyroid levels and hormones are off. Estrogen plays a huge role in cellulite. As you get older, those estrogen levels can dip. That can create more cellulite. So it might be something you notice just more with age and you never had it before. And then of course, things like diet, exercise, toxins in the body are all going to impact it. Your weight and excess fat on your body does impact cellulite, just in the sense that the more excess fat you have, the more likely it is going to be putting pressure on those connective tissues, and you may see more cellulite. So you might notice it more as you gain more fat for that reason alone, but those other factors are what mean that kind of anyone at any shape and size could have cellulite. Okay, so since I'm still sipping my morning coffee, let's talk about how caffeine can impact and increase your cellulite, but it also can kind of decrease it. But I was just thinking about that video I posted where I talked about how eating something or getting protein in your body before coffee has made such a huge difference with my body and like my body composition and weight loss and everything else. And some people were losing their minds. Like, wanted to argue that it's fine to have coffee first thing in the morning on an empty stomach and like could not get behind it. And it's so interesting to me because I'm like, regardless of weight, cellulite, anything else, putting an acidic, highly caffeinated drink in your body on an empty stomach, like as the first thing that goes into your body, just like think about that for a second. There can be no good from that for you and for your health. But if you eat a little something first, there are a ton of possible benefits. Anyway, I digress. But you guys, I am still team coffee. I drink coffee every single day. But caffeine itself can actually help reduce your cellulite, which is pretty cool. So it's one of the things I do as a daily habit, both in consuming it and putting it on my body to actually help reduce not only the appearance of cellulite, but like the actual cellulite, like get it to go away. So one thing caffeine does is help improve your blood flow and circulation, which can help tighten up the skin and reduce that cellulite. It also acts as like a natural diuretic, so it can pull excess water out of the body. And if you have a lot of excess water weight, you're storing all this water, that will actually make the appearance and make the cellulite way worse with those fatty deposits. Okay, I'm gonna show you, because like drinking caffeine can help in that way with the blood flow and circulation, but actually using caffeine scrubs on your body or like lotions that have it can really help too. Don't mind the bikini. Okay, so there are a lot of different lotions. This one, to be honest, I've been using. Why is someone mowing their lawn right now? Why? It's too early. Sorry, my neighbors just decided to mow their lawn like at the most inconvenient time. Anyway, it's fine. This one I think is really overpriced and it smells amazing, but that's kind of it. It has guarana, which has a lot of caffeine. So I use this every day, and like, especially since it is really expensive, I focus on just using it on my booty and like thigh area, which is where I tend to have cellulite. Like I do have some dimples there. It's not something I constantly look at anymore because it's really reduced so much by doing these different habits. But you can also get like specific lotions that are made to help with reducing cellulite. It's not going to take you from like the most cellulite to nothing, because there's other habits that have even more of an impact. But this is just one I feel like with caffeine that's already part of most people's daily routine. So it's good to be mindful of and realize like it can actually be helping reduce your cellulite. Okay, this is where you have to be like careful though. Like I said, it can also have a negative impact on cellulite. So if you drink too much caffeine, because it acts like a natural diuretic, in the right amount, it's helpful. If you do too much, you're gonna be dehydrated, and then your body's gonna start storing all that excess water again. And it just stinks because it can store it in the fat cells, and then it makes that cellulite look way more noticeable. So it's normal if you see like from week to week or month to month, you're like, oh, I have a lot of cellulite. Oh, I don't have it. Like you kind of see it changing. It's probably because of little things that you don't even realize, like how much caffeine you're drinking. All right, so this is the 2-in-1 foam roller. This is one of the gifts I'm gonna give away to you girls in this video. So I came out with this a couple years ago because I had bought so many different foam rollers. I had big ones, little ones, soft ones, hard ones, like just too many. And I wanted something that was kind of everything I needed in one to help with obviously muscle recovery, but it's also an incredible tool for cellulite. If you're not foam rolling regularly, this is gonna be a game changer for you. I usually only spend about like 2 minutes on each side. I really concentrate, especially with this one, because it has all of the bumps that do more of a deep tissue massage. I concentrate on like my booty, my hamstrings, kind of like the side, really the areas where for me personally, I see the most cellulite when it starts to get bad. This has been a really, really big game changer because the foam roller is gonna help improve circulation. So again, getting that blood flow, and it also helps with lymphatic drainage. So it's gonna get rid of the toxins and waste and things that can actually also lead to more of that cellulite accumulation and the pressure against the connective tissues in the skin, getting like the bumps, which is what we don't like to see. And you'll actually see like it be smoother and the appearance better after, like right after you do it. So if you're doing it, you're gonna see it be smoother. But if you do this regularly, like every day, like I do, that's gonna be a continual thing. So you'll see less and less and less of it. The other thing that's like something I don't do daily, but this can be a really good daily tip for you too. So I'm gonna put these two kind of together because it's similar to foam rolling, but not quite as effective, is dry brushing. Dry brushing is great, same thing with the lymphatic drainage and circulation. I think you get more instant results when you use the foam roller because it just, I don't know, it just gets in deeper. But dry brushing is great. I just don't do it every day because I tan, which it's not in this video, but that's another great tip for helping reduce just the appearance, not actually reducing your cellulite, but the appearance. If you like do some self-tanner, it definitely helps. I just thought of another good thing to avoid to help make sure you don't get more cellulite if you already have it. And if you're trying to get rid of it, you want to avoid this too. Do not rely on cardio to help you reduce your cellulite. Like in general, cardio is great for our health, general health and well-being. It will help you reduce overall fat, which of course is going to help in a small way with your cellulite. But if you really want to make a difference with reducing the appearance of all those dimples, smoothing out your skin, having less cellulite in general, you need to be adding strength training. Like ideally 3 days a week, which I'm not just saying because that's what's in the Move app. Like yes, it's in the Move app, it's in there for a reason because that's what the research backs. Like there was another study done recently where a group of women over an 8-week period, some did just cardio, diet, everything else the same. And then the other group did 3 days of strength training adding in, and the group who added in the strength training lost 10 pounds, gained 2 pounds of muscle, and overall had better body composition. Just like at the end of the day, their bodies just looked better, less cellulite, everything in those 8 weeks. So if you're still like, what do I do for my workouts? 3 and 3, strength, cardio. You need the mix. That's why it's like that in Move. Like it's just because it's the right way to do it for the results you want to get. Like that took like an hour to fill up my water. Granted, it's a giant jug, but I think that something is going on with our fridge where we have to like remove the filter and put it back in, and then all of a sudden it starts working like great again. Like the filter's like not connecting. I know this is not interesting, but it's just annoying because it'll be like really great for a day or two, and then all of a sudden it's like, feels like it's dripping out, and I drink so much water that it's just frustrating. Ooh, look how pretty that is. Okay. So the last thing I do every day, easiest thing in the world to help with reducing your cellulite. Again, let's go back to the basics. The diet and exercise are hugely important, but these are the things like where you're like, oh wow, I didn't realize that little thing could actually really impact it. And for me, that is staying hydrated. But I think we all need to learn how to hydrate our bodies better, because even until like, honestly, until I was pregnant, I wasn't fully aware of the fact that I wasn't doing myself justice by like just drinking a ton of water all day. So making sure you're hydrated is gonna flush out toxins, it's gonna improve your skin's elasticity and just the overall appearance of it. But just chugging a bunch of water all day isn't necessarily helping you, and it actually could be making your results worse. I shared this in my morning routine last week, but adding a little bit of salt into your water can actually help so much, because your body is going to take that salt, and the salt's gonna like absorb all of the water and bring it into the cells in your tissue, so you actually get the benefits of the hydration. Because otherwise you're just gonna be peeing it out all day and not necessarily getting it into the cells, which is where it needs to go. So normally just like first thing in the morning, I'll put a little pinch of sea salt, mix it in with my water. Sometimes later in the day, I also like dehydrated coconut powder. I'll link the one I use too. Just like a scoop of that. The only downside is it does have like kind of high sugar just naturally, but it's great if you do it like right before a workout or something to really make sure you're getting those electrolytes and hydration again, so that you can help reduce the appearance of that cellulite by making sure that your body's not holding on to excess water, and that you're getting the water into the cells and tissue to help with that elasticity, the appearance, the hydration, everything. Okay, and then this is really like for me, as far as staying hydrated but getting more out of your water, my favorite thing. So once a day I do a scoop of Natural Beauty. That's this one. You girls know that I love this. If you have tried it, you know how freaking good it tastes. But really the great thing about it is it has all of these benefits for your skin, which we always think about our face. It helps reduce fine lines and wrinkles. It helps improve like plumpness. It has such powerful like hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, DIM to help flush out any excess impurities if you deal with acne or hormonal acne especially. But it also has a marine collagen that has been clinically proven to do these things. And our skin is not just about your face. It's your overall skin and the texture and appearance and hydration of your body skin, not just your face. So you're getting all those benefits when you add that in too, and you just need the 1 scoop a day. My skin has never been better, and even my body skin and like these areas, like this is where my cellulite usually is. Right there, all of that just is like more hydrated and smooth, and those connective tissues, and especially when it comes to the elasticity of your skin, it makes a huge difference. All right, so I'm also gonna be giving away one of these natural beauties. So foam roller and natural beauty for this week's subscriber giveaway. Again, all you need to do is make sure you're subscribed to my channel and then comment down below. You can just ask me a question or say hi or chat about anything, but one of you girls will win those 2 things. And then I think it's important as we talk about like hydration, just really quickly, I know that's not what this video is all about, but like talking about quickly like things to avoid, foods to avoid to make sure you are not gaining more cellulite and to help make sure you can get rid of it. It's really simple. Just avoid foods that cause inflammation. So we're talking about if you have any like dairy or gluten intolerances, make sure you're avoiding those, because for you specifically, those will cause that. But in general, sugars, fried food, and ultra processed food. So if it's packaged food in general, like chips and crackers and pre-packaged crazy whatever, those can be really highly processed. They can have oils that cause inflammation in them. So you just want to be cautious of that. Even reducing those by a little bit is going to help your body and help reduce your cellulite so much more. These are things that we just know make it worse. So if you can avoid them, just imagine what could happen. All right, girls, so that is it. Super easy, so simple to help reduce your cellulite. One, just having a healthy amount of caffeine each day can actually improve. That's probably around 200 milligrams. I wouldn't really go much above 300. That's where you start to go into more dehydration danger territory. Number 2, foam rolling, dry brushing can help so much in reducing that appearance and smoothing out the skin. And the last thing, just make sure you are hydrating your body and like actually hydrating it. So getting some little sea salt in there, electrolytes, adding some natural beauty in the mix to really help with your skin's appearance. Hydration, hydration, hydration is gonna be such a game changer and making sure your body has everything it needs. And I started this video by saying it is okay to not love your cellulite, and that is 100% true. I do also wanna say, like, we all have to accept the fact that we may always have some level of cellulite. I am the fittest, strongest, leanest I've ever been. I still have some cellulite, and it's okay. So you don't want to be obsessive about it. You don't want to be like constantly worried about it, constantly checking, but being aware of it, seeing if it fluctuates, and having tools like this in your pocket to be able to know if I implement these daily habits, it will be reduced so I can feel my best and I can feel confident about that is really important. So hopefully this helped. I hope you guys love this video. And don't forget, good things come to those who sweat. So I'll see you next week. Bye. I don't know what that was. Love you guys.